are shifting our attention to another important development. We have the CCTV footage right now of the accident suffered by Rishabh Pant, and Priyank Tripathi is joining us on the phone line. Priyank, please take us through what exactly happened. This was a fairly serious accident. Fortunately, Rishabh Pant has been reported to be out of danger, but take us through the exact sequence of events when the accident actually took place.
See, Siddharth, these CCTV cameras which are installed on the national highway which lead towards Roorkee have captured the accident which has almost given serious injuries to Rishabh Pant, the Indian cricketer. In the last portion of the sequence of incident, what it appears, although the visuals are very hazy,
yes,
that the visuals could be of around 5:21 a.m. today. And although the time is not so much clear, but the police officials will also be verifying it. It shows that Rishabh Pant's speeding vehicle, which was a sedan, had hit the divider and then it fled in the air, and later to that, Rishabh Pant has sustained head injuries as well as injuries on his leg. But because of the impact of the accident, Siddharth, the whole vehicle burned down. We exactly don't know that what is the condition of the driver of this vehicle or whether there was someone else also in the vehicle. But what we got to know from the administration, that once Rishabh Pant was shifted to the hospital, he is now being shifted to a multi-speciality hospital either in Haridwar or he will be taken to Dehradun. But in the last sequence of the incident, the 13-second exclusive clip, which we have managed to access, it shows that it was around 4:21 or 5:21. It appears to be 5:21 a.m. When Rishabh Pant's vehicle, which was en route from Delhi to Roorkee,
yes,
had hit this divider, and later to that, this accident happened. And the visuals of after impact is very scary because the vehicle totally burned down because of the accident.
And Priyank, given the intensity of the accident that we're actually witnessing on CCTV, it appears to be extremely serious. The car was, of course, proceeding at a fairly a quick pace, and then it collided with the divider. And if Mr. Rishabh Pant has actually made it out without having suffered grievous injuries, he's been declared out of danger, then he's been fairly fortunate for the simple reason that the intensity and the magnitude of the crash is fairly serious.
Yeah, I would call it, by the grace of God, he has survived, Siddharth, because look at the impact.
Yeah.
The vehicle which was coming from Delhi towards Roorkee had hit the right side of the divider. It was not on the left-hand, the left-hand side of the divider. And then the vehicle turned it turned turtle. And with the speed of around 100 or 120 kilometers per hour, the vehicle was seen turning taking few turns in the air. Later to that, the vehicle fell down upside down, and Rishabh Pant could have been rescued by the locals who could have heard the impact of this accident. But after the impact, the vehicle caught fire and the vehicle was burned down. It is very fortunate that someone could have taken out Rishabh Pant, or he himself came out from the vehicle, or there could have been someone. We exactly don't know that who were these angels who took out Rishabh Pant from this particular vehicle which was about to be caught fire. But after the impact of this accident, the vehicle caught fire, and what we see in the visuals which we brought to our viewers early in the morning, that the vehicle has totally been burned down. There was a rescue response team which reached to the spot, or local helped him. The sequence is yet to be clear because Rishabh himself is yet to give a statement to the local police, which will be investigating the case in this matter. But what it appears that it could happen because of the fog. If you can see that there was a very thick fog and smog which was there in this area of Roorkee where this accident happened. So the exact sequence of incident can be told only by Rishabh Pant, because the cops will be waiting for him to come in a normal state so that he can record his statement. So very I would say very serious incident which could have taken the life of Rishabh Pant, but fortunately he has survived. Looking at the impact of the accident, Siddharth, it is looking very, very much scary.
Yes, that's a scary visual, but the good news coming in is that he's been declared to be out of danger. Priyank, stay with us. According to some reports, the nature of the injuries that there are no burns on Pant's body, but these are just preliminary reports so far. So Priyank, you did talk to us about the fact that the car actually sustained burns. It actually burnt after having sustained that impact. However, at least as per some preliminary reports, Priyank, Rishabh Pant has not suffered serious burn injuries, but there are abrasions on his back, something that we also saw on our screens.
Yes, Adi Siddharth, it's a miracle because the manner in which this freak accident happened, the vehicle was certainly on a very high speed, and it was thick smog, and since the weather is changing, there could have been some, movement on this road also, but which was not there. But later to that, what we saw that this kind of, impact of the accident, the vehicle hitting on the, left-hand side of the divider, and then it turning turtle at several times. The car actually flew in the air.
Yes.
Visuals are clearly showing that the car is actually flying in the air, and because of which it turned turtle several times, while Rishabh Pant and other occupants were already inside the vehicle. But the fact remains that, fortunately, there has not been any serious injuries to any of these passengers. Rishabh himself has, I would say, survived very miraculously after this particular accident has happened. Because looking at the impact of the vehicle, which can be seen in the CCTV footage, it could happen in a speed of around 100 kilometers per hour. Which can be seen here, although it's a matter of investigation which will be, taken out by the forensic team. But in this particular accident, which happened around 5:21, which I can see, after looking at the CCTV footage.
Yes.
But this impact was very hard, and fortunately, Rishabh Pant has only surfaced a few injuries. We are yet to know about other occupants in the vehicle, whether he was alone.
In fact, I want to ask you something specifically about that, Priyank. You made a very important point, because obviously this is about 5:21 a.m. in the morning. We're in northern India, where obviously there's no sunrise at around that time. It's still fairly dark out in the streets. And of course, there's also a cover of fog, which is of course a prevailing weather condition right now in parts of northern India, including Roorkee.